step outside of these self-imposed cages. She's a financial advisor at the leading bank, a full-time MBA student at the DeGroote School of Business, and when she's not crunching numbers, she's a Sunday singer. Through humor, personal insight, and real-life experiences, Harmon is here to show us how we can break out of these patterns that limit us and step into a world of new possibilities. Because sometimes, the only thing standing in our way is the door we haven't opened yet. Please give us a real warm welcome to Harmon to the stage.
Imagine a tiny toddler who is barely able to string her words together or barely able to form sentences, but very distinctly recognizes a red and white logo. And while other kids were perfectly content in having milk in a bottle, I was on a different journey. I was exhilarated and excited to have Coca-Cola. Now, you might think that being that young, how's that possible? But it's true. I used to recognize this logo from miles away and then demand it in the same bottle instead of milk. But coupled with that, a lot other healthy habits, just like having Coca-Cola in my teenage years, I end up becoming from a cute, cuddly child to a fatso and overweight. And that changed me. Because initially, when I used to feel irritated, that why is everyone taunting me every now and then? You know, you should reduce your calories. Or maybe you shouldn't eat so much of sweet. Maybe you shouldn't eat at all. I mean, I love eating. I'm a foodie and I have a big time sweet tooth. So eventually, I ended up going from an irritation stage to saying, okay, I will give that a try. But it happened mainly because I remember my uncle distinctly telling me one day that, Harman, you've had an amazing journey so far. In grade 6, you were 60 kgs. In grade 7, you were 70. So let's hit another milestone. In grade 8, you're going to hit 180 pounds. Oh my God, that's a shock. Not just because I didn't want to try, but because I did try. My mom took me to yoga classes, dance classes, put me through diet regimes, but nothing happened. And it did not happen because it was all here in my brain. I had encapsulated myself in this weird dilemma that maybe it's just not for me. Maybe this is the way I'm supposed to be with so many tires on me, and I just cannot do it. And it went on to an extent that I did not even think twice before saying a yes to being a cop. So this is me, and no, there are no body shapes added onto me, no cushions, nothing. This is the real authentic me. I mean, why not? I fit the part, right? I've also played the role of Santa Claus for years in school, so this was just another thing. But it all changed when I went on to stay with my maternal grandparents. They had a very different lifestyle. And instead of telling me what not to do, they ended up telling me what I should do. They let me enjoy my food, they let me enjoy sweets, but with a little bit of restriction. I was not allowed to have food after 9 p.m., which was really, really hard in the first few months. And the second important thing that they did was take me to walks with them. Yes, they did not send me to walks, and please don't judge me. I was the child who used to go from home to car, car to school, school to car, and car to home. Walks was simply not my thing. So instead of sending me off and hoping that maybe I'll do a walk for 5 minutes and then sit on the bench before heading back home, they're like, okay, let us take you to that walk, go with us, and walk with us. And over the next 3 years, it all transformed. I am in front of you, but what's next for me? It is a daily pursuit. It was not a one-time thing that I had done and that's it. It's a struggle, it's a cycle, but I take it as a challenge. Since I love and I enjoy food, I'm not going to stop doing that. I'm still going to eat it. But then if I can do it, why can't anyone else? It's just our minds that are imprisoned sometimes that we're not able to look past what is actually just in here. However, this is just one of the prisons that we are in. There are so many others, that sometimes it's not even us, it's others who are pushing us in. I remember when I was in grade 8, 9, I used to feel so excited when I saw people riding bikes. And I wanted to do that. You know what the first reaction that my parents gave me? Oh my God, have you gone crazy? You're gonna break your bones. And I had just been left annoyed, and I didn't know what to do because somewhere I was dependent on what they wanted me to do. But then, something sneaky. I did something very sneaky. I came to Canada and I sent them this picture. They didn't know it, and they were mad initially. They're like, oh my God, you did it already? And I said, yes, I did. And then when I went back with my license, I went back home, I rode on the bike, and yes, there were perceptions. My grandfather still told me, ideally, you're not supposed to go on streets like that. What happens if somebody else looks at you like that or tries to tease you? Because it's a very common thing back there. But then it was on me how I need to enjoy myself. It's not something I was doing for others, it was for me. And that brings me to the power of perception. Perception is something that either others judge us by or we ourselves do it. This is my friend from MBA. She's sitting right here. And I'll tell you the story behind this. On our way back a few months back from the university, we had a flat tire. And she went into panic attack right away. She said, oh my God, okay, you know what? Let's stop the car, let's call CA. Oh, even better, just let's leave the car and take a cab home. Okay, woman, let's take a deep breath. And we did. So I learned that day that she perceived just because it was two of us, two women, maybe that's all we could do. But no, I knew how to inflate a tire, and she learned it that day. I hope that she can do it herself as well, if ever in a situation like that.
I'm still not doing it.
By the end of MBA, I promise you will. And then the power of perception gets into the fear of failure. That is yet another chain that we have imprisoned ourselves in. And it's invisible, trust me. When I went to learn ice skating a few years back, the first lesson that was given to me, or to the group of us, was that you need to fall and you need to fail. And it was very difficult because as adults, if you can see here, there were kids on the other side. Kids who were playing it perfectly, and we were asked to fall over and over again. It was embarrassing for a few, and a few even quit in the ride next week. But then a few were resilient, including my friend here. And we made it. But that taught me yet another lesson that I want to share with all of you, that it's okay to fail. And it's only what you do right after that that matters the most. So learn to get up. Paulo Coelho once said that it's only after 7 falls, the 8th time that you get up, that matters more. And that truly is the power in our mind. Enough of me talking. Let's do a little experiment on all of you. Now, I cannot see you, I'm blinded, but I'm going to trust that you all will close your eyes. And then think about what meal you had last night. If you're able to imagine that, perfect. Let's go back to the Tuesday. Maybe you had a little bit of a hard time? Let's go back further. What did you have Sunday morning for breakfast or for brunch, if that's your thing? And if you know exactly what you had, excellent. Either you have a photographic memory or you were just enjoying your meal. But if you are struggling to remember what you did, maybe it's a little serious. Is it because you were just not present in the moment? Or was it because you were stressed about an assignment or something at work? But you know what's most frightening in here? That you need to be present in the moment. Imagine yourself, if you may open your eyes now, thank you for that experiment. Imagine now that you're having your favorite meal right in front of you. You just smelled it, it's amazing, and you're about to have your first bite. And the phone notification goes off. Oops, this is Instagram. What happened? Well, your energy just left from food down into your Instagram. And because your attention followed right after, it's not coming back. And most likely, you're not going to remember that meal either. So perhaps next time when you sit back and just try to enjoy that meal, try to enjoy being in the present, try to be present now. And that's what's the next for you. It might sound easier. I mean, it's easier said than done, of course. But it has been proven. Finland, for so many years now, has been awarded with the happiest country in the world. And these are just the three things: resilience, determination, and inner strength. To me, it's far more than that. There are two things that we as individuals can do if we find ourselves stuck in that invisible cage. One is go into a reflective mode, self-introspect. And personally, I feel like the people in Finland are doing exactly that. They're not worried about the dark days. No, they're just enjoying their present. They're living what they have. They have the sense of gratitude, and they are living their lives happily. So why can't we? We're very blessed. We just need to recognize that. And if you can't do it yourself, have the wisdom holders do it for you. From my grandparents, all the way when I came here and had my grandma, a few uncles, and there are so many people around us who own a plethora of knowledge. They have the experience of their entire life, which we can't get in a minute. No. But try it once. Go to them with a question. Go to them just with a situation that this is what's happening. And no, don't go in a flight or fight mode that I'm ready to debate. Just go there to listen. And you'll be amazed how many good things they have. And I have experienced it myself, right from being unconditionally loved by them, all the way to being scolded. Why? Because, well, I just go to my grandma with a selfie in my hand with cat filters, and she did not appreciate that. Another thing I did was just comb my hair over and over again in my room instead of going to the washroom. So if you repeatedly do that, it's but obvious. But then they are blessing in disguise. If you have the blessing, please go ahead and use it. Do it yourself or have them do it for you. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought today. It is on you to decide what's next for you. I came here from India a few years ago, and I'm still embarking on a journey. It's not like I'm perfect. Still have a lot of things that I'm working on, including waking up to the alarm first thing in the morning and not snooze it. I'm not able to do it. And to put that to evidence, my friend here would gladly suggest that we are never ever able to reach at 8:30 class on time. And it has been 8 months. So it's on you. I am struggling myself. I'm working on it, and so are you. But please try to feel that breath of fresh air. Try to know what power you hold within yourselves. And are you ready to take the flight to your future freedom? Thank you.